chair. Banister. Woo! So this is the new Tatsoul OROS chair. This is the replacement for the 270S. If you don't already use that chair, it is incredible. And I'm super excited to see what upgrades and updates they've done to this brand new chair. The guys at Barber DTS in the UK kindly sent me one over to review and show you guys exactly how good this chair is. There'll be links in the description so you can go and check out their channel and check out links to their website where you can go and buy one of these chairs. As you can see, I'm a massive fan of Tatsoul. My studio is dripping with Tatsoul products. So I'm really excited to get my hands on this chair and see what it's all about. So all that being said, if you enjoy my content, make sure to click the subscription button, click the like button if you enjoyed this video, smash the bell icon, I'll get you notified of all my latest updates. Let's grab some scissors, open this box and see what the new Tatsoul Oros Artist Chair is all about. So first things first, with all of Tatsoul products, they're always packaged really well, which is good because you do pay a premium for these chairs. I'm more than aware of that. But the quality, and I can completely vouch for this, like I say, because I use their products all the time. Products, furniture, they are incredible. They do last long, especially if you look after them. Like anything, if you don't look after them, they're not going to last long. The quality of the materials that they use, memory foam padding, the coverings that are on top of it. I've never had a single problem with any of the Tatsoul products. So as we open the box, we jump straight into the chair. If I can get this out. Ugh. So first of all, we have the base of the chair, which feels really good. So the original 270, this has all the ridges on the bottom, which I suppose is to stop you from slipping off. This now, by the looks of it, is really smooth and looks incredibly comfortable. So as it's out, the first thing I noticed is they've got this new pumpy thing at the front. This is apparently, from what I've read, to make it go up and down, but we will find that out later. But so far, it's really nice and smooth. It looks really comfortable. It's got this nice little ridge at the front, which I presume is to stop you sliding off your chair, because I've slid off my chair in the past. But it does look really comfortable. The next thing we've got in the box is, I'm presuming, the backrest of the chair. Whoa. We have a nice adjuster for something, which I'm sure we'll find out where that goes shortly, but it's got the nice Tatsoul logo on it, which always looks good. Branding is key. We have the new wheels, which is the most exciting part of this chair that I'm looking forward to. These are the rollerblade wheels, which replace the old standard sort of caster wheels that you get on a chair. So I should technically, according to Barber, be able to have races around my studio, but we will find out. So everything in there. So this is the back of the chair. So this looks incredibly comfortable. A lot more than the old one by the looks of it. The old one has big ridges on it. This looks nice and flat. This plastic off. But already just feeling it, it feels a lot softer, a lot more spongy. Apparently they've upgraded the padding so you get a lot more in the way of thickness on the padding. And if, like me, if you're working day sessions, having a comfortable chair is absolutely paramount. If you don't have a comfortable chair and you're spending a lot of time on it, you're gonna have bad backs, you're gonna fatigue, you're gonna just feel not great throughout the day. We have the base of the chair, which is finished in a very nice satin black. It's really nice, actually. The old one is like a silvery chrome, but as you can see, my studio is mainly, I say mainly black, it is just black. So yeah, this is gonna fit in. In fact, I'm gonna have to buy more of these, which is gonna be a little bit pricey, but this is looking very, very nice. What else we got in the box? We got instructions, which I might actually keep those. And then that is it. So I'll just pop all this rubbish back in, do some house cleaning. Otherwise my artist's gonna shout at me when we come back to work. Pop that over there. So in this little bag, we have got, like I said before, the 5 rollerblade style wheels. As we all do in studios, obviously we've all got wipeable floors. So yeah, rolling around on those plastic casters, 1, is gonna wreck your floor, 2, it's gonna make a lot of noise. And this should, theoretically, make it really silent and really smooth. Potentially too smooth, but I have noticed that 2 of these do have brakes on. So if you find yourself slipping away from your client, at least you can lock the brakes on. Yeah, and you're not gonna go anywhere. That's the 5 wheels. Instructions. Now there is a tiny, tiny little stud here, which if I remember from the other ones is a very important part of the chair. So make sure you don't lose that. I'm pretty sure that is to stop the backrest from shooting out when you adjust it. So make sure you don't lose that, which then makes me believe that this is what tightens down the backrest. So what I gather, this is gonna be the same to put together as the original 270S. So yeah, fingers crossed, I shouldn't actually need the instructions. This should be fairly straightforward. So the first thing that we're gonna do is just bang the wheels in. Before we start putting everything else on, it's just gonna make it a lot easier to turn upside down so we can get those wheels pushed in nice and tight. These should just be push fit. So we will slip those in, nice and easy. And then once we've got it the right way up, we can just sit on the chair and it's gonna push them in, get them in nice and solid. I don't think there's any so in the instructions, I was just gonna bang these anywhere, but that would have been a nightmare. Apparently they say for best results, make sure to put the 2 brakes next to each other. In hindsight, that kind of makes sense. So yeah, make sure you put the 2 brakes together. Otherwise you're gonna be fishing around trying to find the brakes. Ooh. That is the 5 wheels on there, and that is smooth. I mean, my floor is not the most level, being laminate, and it's got a little bit of a ridge to it, but I imagine once I'm sat on that and I've got a bit of pressure on, that is gonna be sweet. So to put the back on, the base on, this should technically, theoretically, just slip on like that. And then the backrest, from what I gather, that just slides in, and then that little tiny stud that comes in with the instructions, that just slips in the bottom, and that stops the backrest from shooting back up. And then the nice little branded Tatsoul little thingy, that will lock your backrest at height. And that is as easy as that to build the Tatsoul chair. And that is very, very comfortable. So with a few adjustments, it's great. Oh, and that makes so much sense. So the big bar at the front, this is now the up and down, which is amazing. So one of the biggest problems you have, if you adjust your chair, obviously when you've got gloves on, you are gonna be touching your chair and you have to sterilize everything like that. But by having this handle here, obviously you still have to wipe down your chair and still sterilize it. But that is just so much easier to grab. And it almost feels like it's got a little bit of suspension in it. Not like suspension, but compared to the 270S's, that is a very firm chair. So once it's set, it is on there, but this has a bit of bounce, which is gonna make your life so much more comfortable. So it goes to the same sort of height as the last one. My legs feel pretty much planted on there. And then height-wise, doesn't feel like it goes as high as the 270. So this is side by side. So a maximum height, they are exactly the same. If not with the padding, this is slightly higher. And then to drop them both down low. they're exactly the same height. That's really strange. It feels slightly different, but they are exactly the same height. I think because the padding here doesn't dip in as much, but it's definitely softer than the 270. From looking at it, the main features with all this being the matte black compared to the chrome, I didn't dislike the chrome, but the black just looks so sexy, even though I've got all the grease from the hydraulics all over it, so that'll just need a little bit of a clean. But apart from that, first impressions of the Tatsoul OROS are incredible. We're going to take it downstairs, we're going to have a proper look at it, go through all the features, give you a full rundown on price, cost, features, and let you know the complete ins and outs of this chair. Here we are downstairs in the YouTube studio. So this is where we're going to go through the facts and figures for the Tatsoul OROS chair. I believe it's called the Oros, I'm not really sure. That's how I'm calling it, and I'm now officially going to name this the Oros chair. If you do have any suggestions, drop them in the comments for how you think this should be pronounced. But yeah, I'm taking a punt on it being Oros. So first things first, the changes that they've made compared to the 270, if it doesn't fall off, are the rollerblade wheels. Obviously, as you can tell, this is sliding around very easily on my desk. I have been sliding around upstairs and it is incredibly quiet and incredibly smooth. It does make your life very easy. That's obviously not where you're gonna have it on top of your desk. However, we do have these locks. So Tatsoul have thought this through. So that should now, once they're locked down, should stop us from sliding off the desk and onto the floor. So starting from the bottom, we do have these rollerblade wheels. Like I say, they are super smooth, super silky. They are gonna make your life so much easier when you're sliding around because, you know, we slide around a lot when we're tattooing. Moving up from that, we have the same 5-point wheel configuration on the base, which keeps you nice and stable. Means you're not gonna tipple over. Just stop you from falling over when you're trying to get those crispy lines in. They've now changed this, like I said before, to the nice satin black finish. So if you're anything like me and you've got a dark black studio, it's gonna fit right in. Moving up, the controls are very, very similar to the 270S. So if you don't already have a 270S, if you're thinking of getting a new Tatsoul chair, or you have a 270 and you're thinking about upgrading to the Oros, the controls are the same. So you have the function to move the back forward and backwards, really nice and simple. Handle on the side that allows the back of the chair to move forward and backwards. So if you want more support on your back, or you want to straddle the chair backwards so you've got it against your chest, that's really easy to do. It can make your life a lot nicer, a lot more easy if you have back problems, or if you're trying to lean over a client, it gives you that support to get into them a little bit easier. So on the other side, we have the base angle. This adjusts the angle of the base. So by lifting that up, you can see how I can now adjust the angle of the base, which means depending on how you like to sit on your chair, depending on how long your legs are and everything else, etc., it can help reduce a bit of tension on your hips and your thighs and make life that little bit easier. Both of these, once they're in the lock position, it stops everything from moving. So once you've got the perfect angle of the dangle of your chair, it will stay nice and solid. The other big update that they've changed is the ability to go up and down. This is now a big, long metal bar across the front. This makes it a lot easier to grab and to use, especially if you've got gloves on. It means you can easily sterilize this. You could even wrap this up if you're one of those people that likes to adjust your chair all the time through the process. It makes it a lot easier, slides up, and with a bit of pressure, slides down. Like I was saying before upstairs, sitting on this chair, there is almost like a bit of suspension. So that just gives you that little bit of a bounce. You can see, I mean, I'm just pulling this down. So you can see how much pressure I need to put on to pull it all the way down. By me just pulling this, you can see that little bit of a bounce that's in there. It's just gonna make your life that little bit nicer when you're sitting on the chair all day. If you've got a long session, so I normally do between 6 and 7 hours a day, sitting on a chair that's got that little bit of a bounce, it's just gonna stop everything going numb, if you know what I mean. Moving up. The other big update that they've done, apparently according to the write-up on Tatsoul and Barber DTS, is that they've upgraded the memory foam seat padding. So this is now 4 inches thick. I'm not exactly sure how thick the 270 is, but sitting on both of them, this is definitely squidgier. That is a technical term. It's gonna make your life that little bit easier. Again, the main focus of all of this chair is to stop fatigue. So stop you going numb, stop your bum from aching, stop your back from aching, and just allow you to sit comfortably on a chair. I mean, if you're gonna be sitting on a chair For 80% of your tattooing life, you want something that's comfortable, that's gonna last, and just make you feel more comfortable. Why not? So moving up from that, the padding has changed slightly, as in design-wise. I'll move this down a little bit. It's now completely smooth. This obviously from the tattooing world, from a sterilization and cleaning point of view, there's no grooves, there's no dips, there's no nothing in here, no seams across the top that are gonna allow bacteria to get into. It's gonna allow you to clean this a lot easier, make sure that everything's nice and sterile for each and every client. And with it being flat, it gives you the ability to wrap this up with cling film every time. The back is exactly the same, nice and smooth. Sitting on it, honestly, it does feel pretty much the same as 270. It doesn't make a lot of difference to how it feels sitting on it. However, the comfort is a lot better. This is a lot more squidgy and a lot more comfortable to sit on. The back is pretty much the same as the other one in the way that you do have these big holes at the back here, which allow your legs to go through. So if you did want to straddle the chair, like I say, and support your chest on this as opposed to your back, you have the ability to do that. So the changes they've made are definitely for the better. They haven't got rid of anything for the sake of it. They've kept all the great features of the 270. They've just upgraded it massively for the Oros. I would 100% recommend getting one of these. If you were toying between the Oros or the 270, there is a bit of a price difference. So currently at time of recording, the Tatsoul Oros Artist Chair in black from Barber DTS is $499. There are two other color options in the Oros. There is the Oxblood and the Tobacco. Both of those are incredible. So you've got a very heavily styled and interior design studio and you want a specific color. You do have 3 color options. However, the other 2 options are a little bit more expensive. They are $549 as opposed to $499. So yeah, at time of recording. So links in the description. You can go and click those. You can go and check out Barber. And yeah, you can get yourself one of these chairs. So if you were thinking between the 2 chairs, the 270 or the Oros, this is a massive upgrade. You are paying between £60 and £70 difference to get the Oros. I would highly recommend it. You can change the wheels on the 270, the rollerblade wheels. They are available on Amazon, so you can change them and upgrade that. But the extras that you get with this, like the addition of the new pump up handle at the front, the extra padding, the smoothness, the look, the matte, you can't replace any of those parts for that 70 quid. So by far it is worth every penny. So I pretty much use Tatsoul for the entirety of my tattooing career. And I can honestly say the build quality and what you get from Tatsoul products is impeccable. Like you cannot get a better bit of furniture on the market. So with that being said, guys, there will be links in the description to check out Barber DTS. They deliver across the UK and Europe for these chairs. Make sure to go and check them out and order yourself up some Tatsoul chairs. You definitely won't regret it. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to click the like button, smash the subscription button if you enjoy my content, click the bell icon, all the usual stuff. And with all that being said, thanks again to Barber DTS, and I will see you all on the next video. Peace.